Okay, so we're going to go to the next person who sent me their Skype infos, which is our good pal, Uberbandit. Let's give him a call and see if he answers. Ring. Hello, Uberbandit. This is Sirken.
Okay, I fixed the thing. We're good. Hi,
We're
stream.
good. Hi. All right. So if you guys can't hear him or can hear him, let me know. I hear him pretty good, so I assume you can too. Um, Uber Bandit, welcome to the stream. You've been yeah, whatever. You've been a person that has been hanging out in my chat for a very long time. I dare say since the very beginning. So,
Pretty close.
yes, much appreciation for the people that have been hanging out here for the long times. I
Well,
know
yeah.
your name's the best because it was when the group was the smallest.
Well, I love what you do on the stream, like the insight to the GM stuff, like character, lets you know what's going on with the server, builds confidence.
You know, I actually get that a lot. I never really even thought of that. And then that's one of the things I hear the most is that you get that GM insight that really you don't get from players. And so I've actually tried to do more of that because of what you just said.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of it was too. You don't know a lot about what GMs do if you're not in the high up guilds or anything. And I'm one of those people that can't level a character past 25 before starting a new one. So I've never really gotten into the big guilds or the big rating here.
Right.
So
Well, I will say I feel that the like mid-level game of EQ is vastly underrated. I think probably level 25 to 45 is where I had maybe I dare say the most fun I've had in EQ, except for when I led my own guild of outnumbered, undergeared, underprivileged noobs that just got raped every day on a PvP server. That was a lot of fun. But other than that, 25 to 45, I was meeting new people all the time. I was grouping with new people all the time. You never knew what was going to happen. You're always working on a quest or an upgrade for an item. It was a very exciting time as a player.
well, my thing for a lot of it is I'm just starting college now, and I was maybe 8, 10 when I was playing EverQuest.
Ah, that'll
So
do it.
a lot of this is like new, but the stuff I remember the most is I know Crushbone like the back of my hand. The first I came on the server, leveled a character up through there, and I just knew it.
Well, that's your nostalgia thing right there. That's it.
Yeah. I opened a bag and like had a nerdgasm because the bag opening sound, like it was everything.
Oh, it's the little things, man. The little things bring us back. Oh my
Like,
God, Nix doesn't know Crushbone at all.
get out. Crushbone is literally the best place to be from like 6 to 12.
I
After
would
12, it
dare
gets iffy.
say that, oh, on a blue server, maybe yes. But on a PvP server, I would say the Crushbone, or I'm sorry, the Chessboard and Butcher Block would be a better place for, like, probably 8 to 12. Just because it's
And
off the beaten path.
them belts, though,
Oh, them belts.
that's been the savior of all of my alts. It's just, I have a little bit of money from scrapping 4 or 5 characters. I'll buy some belts.
I actually made most of my money selling bone chips as a player. I would go to, when I was new and starting off here on P99, I would go to GFA and I would just give these noobs like a few gold for their bone chips because it was way more than the merchants would give. And then I would just run my little nomass to East Commons and sell that shit for like 10 plat a stack. And that's how I made money in my little ore
Yep,
levels.
a lot of boat rides.
A lot of boat rides, fuck man. I went to the one of the camps I hit real hard was those two sisters in Ocean of Tears for those swords.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Those those damn elves were like super light blue before I left. I might have even grinded out some like green kills just to get a few extra swords. But I needed an SMR, like that was my end game. And the camp was never open when I played, and I knew I was never going to camp it, and so I was like, fuck it, I will just buy this. And that's what
You're
I did.
gonna tell me what an SMR is.
Oh, I'm sorry. SMR is the shiny metallic robe, the purple robe.
Oh, the one that you can turn into the one thing.
The one that you turn in for the blue shiny robe of underfoot.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, my live character was a ranger.
I'm sorry.
Well, my dad was a raid level wizard, so like I
Okay.
was up to the nines with the short sword of Yakesha, like flowing black silk.
Nice, nice, nice.
So I had it pretty easy, but I did play his wizard a couple times because it's hard to mess up in a raid.
Uh, yes.
Sometimes I gotta go to the bathroom, sit here. When it hits 70, press 1.
They kept it super simple. I mean, that's the thing though. Another thing that's kind of great about EQ is you can be like as active or unactive as you really want to be. And like, granted, the lazy fuckers, you'll be known as a lazy fucker and you might not find as much work. And I know lazy necros make people think all necros are just a shitty class, but you can do that. My mage on live, I would send my pet in and just kind of do nothing until the mob is at like 35%, send in a nuke, and sit back down and repeat.
I mean, that's where I'm at with the mage right now, not gonna lie. I don't want to pull aggro. I'm
uh,
wearing enchanted toilet paper. It hurts.
the mage thing got old after a while. It got to the point, I want to say either in Velius or Lucklin, probably Lucklin, where you had to summon so much shit just to play the game. So I would log into like Valk's Lab, summon all my shit, and then I would oh, thank you. And then I just completely lost my train of thought. My brother came in and brought me a piece of garlic bread. It blew my mind. Oh, I would fucking LFG for a fucking hour, not find a group, and then log off and be pissed off because I had to summon all these damn items for nothing. And
Yeah.
that got old.
Where I'm at is if wizards were ever getting familiars, that's what I'd be playing hands down.
Hmm.
But Velius without familiars is a bit of a sad time for wizards.
And I was reading a series of books called the Vlad Taltos novels, which, if for anyone who doesn't know about Vlad Taltos, I'm telling you right now, you need to Google that shit. I'm gonna do you all a favor. Hold on. Hold on just 1 second. Open new window. We're gonna do this as a group. Group activity, guys. Field trip. Find a buddy. Get on the bus.
I got a Kindle, so I'm gonna grab this stuff.
You should grab it. If you're anyone who's playing EQ, can't say this shit is too fucking nerdy for them. But this is probably one of the best like fantasy series I've ever read in my life. It's not too over the top, um, but like it's believable fantasy, I guess. And the main character is Vlad Teltos, and it is fucking excellent. Let me put this in here. Vlad Teltos. The first book in the series is called Talto. Well, no, it's called Jaharig, but he writes like an asshole. The chronological order doesn't match the order he releases the books. So technically, the first book is a book called Jaharig, but chronologically, this book, Taltos, is the first book. Um, let's see, I will save it so I can blow it up.
So would you recommend someone read them in order of release or order of the story?
I would personally recommend order of the story. I've done it both ways, and personally, I think order of the story is it makes a lot of shit make sense. There'll be a lot of questions that you just will not have the answer to if you don't. Um, so like this is a great story because it explains how he got his major weapon that he uses throughout every other book. It explains how he met these two people that are his best friends pretty much throughout the entire series. Um, it's a good book, but he's also an assassin, and there's really no real assassinating in this book. But Taltos and then Jaharig is the next one, and Jaharig is fucking sexy. Everything this man, Stephen Bruce, writes is sexy. I actually paid $550 at some bullshit online auction when he was hurting for cash to buy the original manuscript of this book, Teltos, which I
Wow.
own in a safe behind me. That's
I
how
see
nerdy I got.
his wiki page has him writing Cowboy Fang Spacebar and Grill, so I can dig it.
I've actually never read that.
It doesn't have a wiki page itself, it's red linked, so probably not the only one.
Yeah, but there's supposed to be 19 books. I think like 11 or 12 are up are out, and the next one is Hawk. So we'll see. We will see. I'm thinking of adding another person to our discussion, Uberbandit.
Go for it.
Do you have anything you wanna soapbox to the people before I add someone else?
How about new people? Like, this is something I do mostly because I start tons of new characters. So I'm seeing a lot of the new people that are joining the server that don't have a clue what's going on. I just ran by that guy that you took the PvP flag off and let him know what's up. So even if it's like dropping a Jimbaya off the level 20 Giant and Esro on some level 2 rogue, like that person just got like a 200% chance of staying with the server, and an even better chance that they're going to help someone else down the road as well. So
I can honestly even say that's why I kept playing on the server, is because at like level 4 or 5, I was running for the Elfay zone line as fast as I could to not die from Kobold aggro. And on the other side, there was a druid who just saw me zone in and tossed me a heal and some buffs and threw me an FBR, a flowing black robe. And I thought the FBR was so sexy, and it just brought back so many memories that I just kept playing and kept playing and kept playing.
yep, it's a similar thing happened to me when I was starting my ranger as my first character here. I was asking some questions of one of the level 60 rangers who was in EC, and I feel bad because I can't remember his name, but it starts with a J and he has a guise. I don't know if that helps, but
Was it
he dropped.
Janius?
Yes, that is it. That's it. He is an awesome guy.
I know my community.
He dropped a hammerhead helm on me, which is a 5K item. Which
Right,
is
right.
not too bad. That was a big day.
That is sexy as shit, yeah. That
It looked
blows
like a horrible tin can on that wood elf, but it was a good day.
that blows my 200 plat FBR out of the water.
But yeah, I started playing way back when Kunark was still in beta, and then left for maybe 2 years, and then came back. And I'm very glad to see that really nothing has changed. Some of the guilds have changed, the GM names obviously have changed. You
Right.
name dropped Hobby earlier. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. So
Yep. We had Hobby, we had Bort.
I don't know why I can't call him those to mind, but you say him, it's like, oh yeah. You see him in the forums and junk.
Yeah, Bort went crazy in game, so we had to lose him.
Yeah, I think I left. My first event I think was an Uthgard event, or I just missed it or something.
Do you remember what it was about? I actually saw 2 of his events.
I feel like it was. I remember it involved a giant something, and players were killing it. I missed it by like 30 minutes. So
was it in the Karanas?
I think so.
I think I remember. I think it was like these giant, like elemental type things, not pets.
Yeah, they had weird names.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I do recall that.
And I came in 30 minutes late, and I was really sad.
Uthgard was awesome for events.
Yeah, that's one of the things I remember. Like people always talking about was how great those events were.
Yeah, I'm sure Rogan would be 100% against it, but if it was ever, excuse me, if it was ever brought up to discussion, like, should we bring Uthgard on just for events, maybe, I would say yes. As long as there was no way for him to hurt the server, I would 100% be in favor of letting him do events again, because the guy knows his shit, and it was creative, it was fun, and I miss them. I wish we still could do that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you saying something before about how you literally just don't have the capability to do some of the things he could do.
Right. After he had a lot of access. And I don't want to make, I have absolutely no evidence to back up what I'm about to say. It's all speculation. That being said, I personally feel that, like you guys know, like everybody kind of holds Rogan and Nilbog up in their own tier of staff, you know, like clearly the top of the totem, Rogan and Nilbog, right?
They know where to go to touch the box.
Right. I mean, these are the head honchos that when you think of Project 1999, you think of Rogan and Nilbog. And Uthgard wanted to be in that. He wanted to be Rogan and Nilbog and Uthgard. And it didn't happen that way. And it wasn't going to. And hold on one second. I'm sorry. Oh, whatever. I'll deal with that in a minute. Um, so whatever. It didn't happen. He got upset. And long story short, he got removed from staff, and Rogan decided this guy had too much access. If he would have went crazy before he got removed from staff, he could have done a lot of things to hurt the server and the project. And so Rogan took that super position and broke it up into many positions. And so instead of one guy ever having as much access as Uthgard had, I have like a piece of it. Epvi has a piece of it. The guides have a piece of it. The dev people might have a piece of it. And so, like, the CSR people aren't on the dev team at all. Like, I have no access to dev stuff. I have no access to the database because I generally don't need it. I have front-end access for things like trades, player NPC, deleted items, account information, but that's actually like a front end put on the forums that the staff can see. I don't actually have any kind of access to the database that I can open up and pull tables and data and look at it. Whereas Epvi does. He has a lot of database information or access, but he might not have other access. So that's probably why him and I became so close, is because to really do everything we needed to do, we had to work together, and we worked together a lot. And I think Epvi's great. I'm usually kind of like wait and see with people that join the staff, but Epvi turned out to be really great. And when he said that he was gonna leave CSR and pretty much just be the head of the like anti-MQ, SEQ, RMT, scamming, cheating, that whole thing, it made me a very sad person because I was hoping he would continue with the CSR team.
Well, I think the division of power is good mostly just because, one, yeah, it doesn't let people tear things up on their way out. But the one gripe I kind of have is I would like to see Rogan and Nobog more active on the server itself if they're the only ones with their level of power. I mean, I get that they're kind of tired of it after X many years, but there's a lot of stuff that just isn't possible by other people that could really make the server enjoyable.
Well, here's the thing. Nilbog spends, like, he might not spend a lot of time physically on this P99
Yeah, he
server.
does the dev work.
He spends a lot of time on the test server. And like when I have to, like, example, like I think 2 weeks ago, I was talking to one of the devs about training in VP, and was essentially saying, hey, you know, they're going back and forth again about should training be allowed in VP. Just so you know, like, here's why I'm not willing to change that rule. And then I went on the test server with Nobog and another dev. It was Alanovia, the newer one, and I basically showed them a bunch of different training strategies that the top guilds use to train the entrants without any risk to their player. And I said, you know, this is impossible to enforce. Shit comes through walls. Shit is following the pathing nodes instead of coming straight at me, and they just go back and forth. And so we went over different change ideas for changes to how to make it so it's not so easy and retarded to train. But if we're not able to fix things like that, I'm not going to enforce training because the pathing is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And
You just get screwed on one mob deciding to wig out.
right. But that being said, Nilbog spends a lot of time on the test server. Um, fucking Rogan was supposed to patch the server Friday. So
Yeah, that's. I mean, real life stuff happens, so, I don't know him, but it's one of those things where maybe if he's not going to be as involved, he needs to hand over the keys, just so that someone else can do it. Maybe he still has the same access, but someone else that he can trust to still, keep things up to date.
honestly, I've worked with other staffs and other servers. Rogan 1 day a week is better than most of just about all the other ones 7 days a week. I'm not even kidding. The things Rogan can do when he sits down and just binges on P99 are insane.
Yeah, I kind of get some of that. I used to work admitting for a Minecraft server, although that's infinitely smaller. You're looking at 15 people at once max. The person that
Right.
actually owned the box was a complete asshat. It was me and my friend that actually kept the thing running.
Right. Realistically, like I know Rogan is depicted as a bunch of bad things in the forums, but he really does have a good sense of humor about it because he doesn't go after and punish people for talking shit about him. I take more offense to people talking shit about Rogan than Rogan does. And the guy has integrity. Like, more importantly, I've seen people offer him bribes. Um, he doesn't do it because he has integrity. Like, he's actually proud of his work here, and Nilbog's proud of his work here, and they take a lot of pride in the staff being what it is. And I know some other communities will say like, oh, it's fucking corrupt and blah blah blah. Rogan's plat lord, blah blah blah. Like, I know, like, and fine, players might not have as much info as me or other staff members. I know for a fact they're different people because I've been in vet with both of them. Like, I've heard plat lord like squirming to get his shit back, and Rogan basically be like, no.
No, definitely have a new respect for Rogan after seeing the DDoS stuff going down. Like that whole drama series, the interview, and then when he figured out who it was, and then it stops for mysterious reasons.
It was priceless.
I don't know what that guy thought. He sent the email with his name on it.
I don't know what he thought was going to happen when he decided to do an interview.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
once we
that guy.
knew that was going on, it was
Yeah.
like, Rogan's like, where are they? I'm like, I'll find out.
I was referencing the email Rogan got that went on the forum thread.
Oh, yes, Jason Ames or whatever.
Yeah, it was. He's trying to strong arm him somehow legally to.
That was priceless. I don't know what he was thinking, like, because obviously he knew we weren't DOSing the server. So accusing us of DOSing his server is absolutely retarded.
I guess he has some grounds for thinking it would be you guys, just because y'all don't have the best reputation, and someone could have been trying to pin y'all against each other, but at the same time, it's a bit of a stretch to go up and straight up, like, not even mention who you actually are.
Right. And
pretend you're some other server thing.
He was not as clever as he could have been about that.
Yeah, I think I missed the whole Toop drama during my hiatus.
And
I think I'm actually thankful.
Yeah, lucky you. What is going on? I feel like there's way too many people over here.
You wanted to add another person before we got on tangent.
Oh, I did. I am going to add somebody else. Let me zone. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I'm still zoning. God damn it. Zone faster. Zone
Some people,
stronger.
I heard people like load their EverQuest to their RAM that way it can load faster.
People are fucking crazy.
I'd
That's
imagine it would fit.
that's my expert opinion. People are fucking crazy. What do you
Yeah,
think?
element.
Should I check on the Freddy or it's too late. I'm not even gonna ask you because I already started towards Nagafin's lair.
And I don't think I've even ever ran in this zone, so.
Oh my god, you've gotta level up just for the sake of doing it. It is
I've
fun.
gotten, I think, at least 6 characters into the 20s, then quit, and then re-roll. At least 6.
What happens? Do you just get bored or does it get
Yeah,
too hard to find
I'm just like,
groups?
it's like I don't want to do it. Let's see. On my recent ones, since I ended the hiatus, I started with a ranger, got to 18, uh, failed 20 true shot combines at 150 fletching, decided to quit before my soul exploded.
Right,
So
right.
I made a cleric, got that to 25, got tired of being LFG with there being other clerics in the group and not being able to solo when I was like up at 5 in the morning. Then I made a shaman, no, made an enchanter, got that to 25, joined the guild, had fun, got tired of doing nothing but hasting people, and got tired of being killed by random luck because I have terrible luck, see the true shot combines.
Right, right, right.
Made a shaman, got tired of doing literally nothing except handy dancing and not being able to dot because it draws aggro.
Oh my god.
Um, and then I made a bard, um, and lost an entire level trying to get through high pass. Literally the entire level. I got stuck on goblin side.
That is great. I have a story for you when you're done.
After that, I made this mage that is now freshly 18. And so far has been doing what I want to have it do. Oh no, I got a wizard like 15 too, but then I was like, oh yeah, familiars and wizard is terrible until 29.
All right. All right. I'm bringing somebody else in. Hold on.
Alright.
Because I think we can make good things happen. Ring, ring, ring.